Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 6th of September, and this is the spring edition and I'm pumped.
Spring has sprung. Your hair looks a bit different today.
Yes, Gary, I've got a whole new look
it's a bit
now.
wavy, yeah. It's a bit Jeremy Rosen's inspired because he's become a bit hairy.
I've got a whole new look, Gary, and thank you for pointing it out. No doubt the viewers will send in some feedback as to whether they like the longer
criticism, I'm hoping.
the longer look. But you know, as somebody said, Philip, you've got such beautiful hair. Why do you cut it so short?
There you go.
And I thought I'll just grow it out a little bit longer.
That said that? Would you like to tell us? Because I'm not sure. It's like Margaret Thatcher when people are saying, "Who are those people?" But did you just wake up because you look like you've been asleep on the side?
Yes, viewers, I'm just going to show you the side of my face, right? Yeah. Gary's kindly pointed it out. The side of my face is red and blotchy because I've been to my dermatologist who said, Philip, we can never be too careful. Yeah. We're going to do some light therapy. Yeah. Which is a whole extraordinary thing in itself. You go in the morning, they put some ointment on, they scratch it, they put some plastic over it. You go back 3 hours later, they put these things over your eyes and they intense
much detail.
No, intense light. And
people feeling sick.
And then Sally Zellman said to me, after she looked at my blotchy face and said,
"Your festering bubo
what has happened to you?" Sally said, "Look, I can't say who it is because I don't remember." And she gave me that Sally Zellman
remembers, it doesn't
half smile, which means she knew exactly who it was. But she said, somebody asked me whether I'd had a facelift. Yeah. And I thought to myself, do I take that as an insult or a compliment that maybe I'm looking fresh and
was the question
and beautiful?
You had a facelift or another facelift? Another facelift.
No. It was, have I had a facelift? So I'm going to take the positive in that and go, gee, I must be looking fresh and young.
I'm going to send a cautionary message to people coming to auctions. If you have little children, don't bring them to the auction this weekend because they might see him, they might get a bit scared. It's not good for business, you know. So any little children that run around enjoying auctions, don't come to auctions.
No, if you do come, just get them to stand on my right side, which will be their left side.
Or condition them before, get them to watch Frankenstein or maybe The Exorcist or something that gets them in a bit of the mood for what they're going to see on the weekend.
Anyway, Gary, that's enough flattery. I've gone to a little bit of trouble to make sure I'm fresh and everything looks great.
I've got to get a biopsy on my ear on Wednesday.
Oh, really?
So that's the same thing. You know, it's the same stuff that you've got going on.
I must say, I've always looked at your ears and I've always thought,
there's a bit going on there, isn't there? There's a bit of action, between his face and my ear. Hey, you made a lot of noise also about this, 500 editions and people in the audience. Yeah. You know, we don't even have an audience. Like, how you have people,
Gary, you know,
a live audience.
Your
parents watch this and maybe a few other people that tune in by mistake. I mean,
500 episodes coming up, viewers. Please reserve your seats at ideas@garypeer.com.au.
One person wants to come.
No, I bumped into
You're going to have to find some bum on the street or somebody.
Gary, I was at an auction on Saturday with Jack Slater, Edgewater Street. If you're watching the most delightful vendors, and we did very well for them. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But they said they want to come. So I've got two. Ideas@garypeer.com.au. Come along. It's going to be a catered function. There's going to be prizes. Everybody will go home a winner. I guarantee you'll walk out with a little Gary Peer and Associates bag with some goodies in there.
Do you know what, Phil? There's going to be.
But please come along.
This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing two bloody big chairs with those two people, the only people here, being lavished with whatever we can come up with to give them to keep them here.
It's going to be a perfectly catered function, Gary.
Anyway, let's see what happens.
500 episodes coming up. Come and join the audience. Filmed live before a studio audience.
We're getting away from the fact that spring is sprung, but before we launch into some real estate talk, Phil, and thank you for Darren for filling in yet again as I go and enrich myself further for the benefit of our business, Philip.
Hayman Island, Gary was at Hayman Island at a conference, a property profile group conference. And I've got to tell you, I've been on a few of those PPG conferences. Nothing ever was learnt. That's not true. Okay, give me your top 3 learnings.
You can't have shots after vodka. That's the first learning, right? That's the first learning. That's the first thing.
The second thing is Hayman Island's always windy.
And the third thing is that when you go out and you've had too many drinks and you're wandering around, it can take a long time to find your room in Hayman Island. So 3 things we'll learn. Anyway, Phil, I just want to talk about something that gave me a warm heart, Phil.
Yes,
it wasn't
go on, Gary.
It wasn't anything to do with that, but I can't really zone
Are you a fan of Hayman, by the way?
Look, you know what? I've got to say
Let's talk up Australia, Gary. Don't tell us the truth. It was one of those Dorothy Dix questions where I'm asking a question.
We have been on this show slamming Queensland mercilessly for their shocking customer service. And I've got to say, I've got to give it to Heyman that they did try.
They did try.
They did try. Yeah, and they were friendly. That's pretty good.
Yeah, if that's your endorsement,
it is my endorsement. They did try. The food, was nothing to rave about. It's expensive, of course, and the weather wasn't great. We couldn't land, which wasn't great. We ended up in Brisbane. So I'll put all those little things aside when we couldn't land and had to spend the night in Brisbane, which was lovely. And good on Virgin for putting us up and giving us a taxi voucher and giving us food. That was pretty good.
Yep.
They came to the party nicely. But I've got to say, Phil, it is a beautiful spot. The Whitsundays are magnificent. I did sneak off to that wonderful Whitehaven beach, which is world beautiful.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
We all went there.
What was the whole
as a learning exercise?
The whole group?
Yeah, we did. The group went there.
It was a group learning
exercise about how to team activity, right?
How good would it be? Because that's the famous beach, the Whitehaven Beach. How good would it be to just cut it up into small little housing blocks and build, ugly little brick veneer.
I think you should, Get a builder out there, lots of concrete, Phil, they could have the time of their life. But I've got to say that, it is a beautiful part of the world, the Whitsundays, Phil, a beautiful part of the world.
Did you land via seaplane or helicopter?
Well, I landed via no, we went on the boat.
On a boat.
Yeah, we had a boat. It was very, very nice. Now, just some local news. I just want to, and I don't think I've ever done this before, but I want to thank and send love to the Glen Council, who I'll try to get a shot of this if I can.
Big statement coming here, viewers, because to say you love the Glen Council.
I love them for this act, and in fact, I'm not the only person, but it's almost like they've gone from being not as loved figure in terms of individuals to being the absolute Santa Claus of parking fines, parking officers. Philip, here is a parking fine that I got, and I'll try to get a close-up of it. I got to my car, it was a little bit too long in the meeting here in our NRC centre, and here it is sitting on the windscreen. Of course, you think, well, how horrible is that? But the good news fairy, the happy fairy of parking inspectors put this on my window, and it says, official warning. So I'm looking, how much am I paying? What have I got slung for? Can I slip it through the company without you knowing or complaining about it? Anyway, Phil, official warning, and
you've got to love that because if you think about the physiological change that you went through, you walk into your car, you see it on your windscreen, you get angry, you get upset, it's money flushed down the toilet. What did you get for it? Absolutely nothing. And then to read that, all of a sudden your adrenaline picks up, you put a smile on your dial, and all of a sudden,
click my heels to the Toyota jump.
You're endorsing the city of Glen Eira.
Love the city of Glen Eira. Best council, best people. God bless you. Anyway, let's move on.
Imagine if it's your job, though, seriously. And this is no disrespect to people that work as parking finers or parking officers. Imagine if it's your job, though, to go around...
We should interview one.
...pretending to book people.
Well, you mean like that?
Well, that's a pretend booking, isn't it?
Well, it is. And if I would have seen him, I'd go, thanks, mate. And he'd just be going, but I'm the good news fairy. I'm the fairy parking officer. I only give warnings. If
the CEO of the city of Glen Eira is watching this, do me a favour. What is your rationale? What is your rationale?
They're creating goodwill. Maybe there's an election coming up. They are creating goodwill. They are giving a message. And God bless them for it.
How does a parking officer, what they've got, it's Goodwill Day, where there's Goodwill Friday or something.
Peter Pan, they call him, a parking officer.
That is hysterical. Viewers.
Let's talk about the market.
Let's talk about the market because I am on an unrelenting drive, Gary, to spruik the market for what it is, which is a market that is emerging from its slumber. Across the weekend, while on the weekend,
it's like Snow White,
of course, Saturday and Sunday, Gary, while you were sunning yourself on the Whitehaven beach, drinking Dom Perignon and eating caviar.
And you were scaring children with your face, yes?
I was working on Saturday and Sunday. And what did I see, Gary? What did I see? I saw people getting on with their lives, putting up their hand, and it's like, they just want to get on with their lives. So all the doomsdays, all the merchants of doom, you're not really part of what's going on at the grassroots level, because at grassroots level, people are wanting to transact, they're wanting to move, they're wanting to get on with their life.
I've got my own view, and it's similar to yours.
Similar,
we've got this new document called, we have the State of Play report, quality report, Phil.
Yes,
good
quality
information.
report, about to be relaunched, Gary, as the peer review.
So the peer review, I made some comments in the peer review, and I felt, much like yourself, and my comments reflected yours in that the market has now found its point. Vendors are saying, well, I can't
find its level, Gary, not its point.
It's level. They can't get what they would have got in November last year. They've given up on that. Some people have said, well, I'm not selling. So there is less volume.
Sure.
Some people said, I'll wait till it gets back to what they were. So that's the first thing. There's those vendors. And there's the other vendors that have said, well, understand, this is the new market, I have to sell. So vendors have come to that point, and buyers are now saying, well, we think probably Philip and Gary are right, that this is probably the new market. We've probably hit the level now where things are unlikely to go down less and may go up. So buyers are jumping in, and now we've got clearance rate of 72%.
72%, Gary. The industry average was 60% across Australia. I'm now giving the Australian statistics.
Okay.
So 60% was the clearance rate across Australia. 72%, again, that is a good clearance level. And interestingly, Gary, last week we'd sold a number of properties last week that we'd passed in the weekend before. So I reckon within a week of the weekend, our clearance rate's probably up in the 90s. Viewers, people are getting on with their lives. And the interesting thing that I'm hearing, Gary, to pick up on the point that you made.
I should have really put you on that side,
is some people are just saying, look, I'm going to sell today for less than what I got last year, but it's still more than what I would have got 2 years ago.
That's true.
So, these are just little speed bumps along the way. Get on with your life, viewers. Don't put your life on hold for money. Just get on with your life, because let me just say to you, we're only here for a very short time.
No one's going to even remember who you are or anything about you in no time. So don't worry.
But the Stamp Duty's office will thank you. At the end of your journey across your life, the Stamp Duty's office will look back at your life and say, did you contribute?
By the way, the other comment I made in the peer review, Phil, is
is
that there are people out there that have forgotten, I think, first home buyers, that there's zero stamp duty under 600,000. Zero. It's not going to stay like that.
You want to be sure of that fact. Is that a well-qualified statement?
Well-qualified statement, or delete it from the whole show. You will never have even seen it. But it is zero stamp duty if you're first home buyer under $600,000, Philip.
Fantastic.
So a lot of people have forgotten that, and they're doing a whole review of the stamp duty now.
Hard to be in Caulfield North, though, Gary, or East St Kilda, or almost anywhere we work, where you can be a first home buyer under $600,000.
We just sold one now.
Under $600,000, you're an apartment buyer.
Yeah,
you're a first.
Well, houses.
Well, you said a first home buyer.
Well, a home is an apartment. What's wrong with you?
I would say it's a first apartment. First
apartment
home buyer.
It's not stipulated as an apartment.
Yeah, but
it's property
have you sold a home as in a house under $600,000?
Are you so removed from the normal general population that you don't understand apartment is still a home? Anyway, Lanny Street, around the corner from your place, sold an apartment there under $600,000.
Yes,
Dan Dyson, well done.
We did. Dan Dyson, I worked with him on a property recently. He's a good, solid operator. Like him.
Let's move away from praising Dan and talk just a little bit about what happened on the weekend. Carnegie was hot, Phil.
Gary, I was busy as in Carnegie. I was jumping around, and everything I touched in Carnegie turned to sold.
Yeah, Yendon Road, you were there. 4 bidders there, sold for $1,360,000.
Shout out to the owners of that property. Loved working with those people. That was handled by Nikki and Leon. We had St Kilda office. We had the Bentley office. We had Carnegie salespeople sending people through. That was a delightful transaction, but loved the owners of that property.
Edgewood Avenue, Carnegie. Now that's interesting, Phil, because...
Shout out again to those people who are coming to watch the 500th episode in our live before a studio audience.
You've got any friends that would join us here? I'm hopefully they're part of a big family, Phil, so other people can come as well. But that property, in fact, sold. Next door sold for like $200,000 less a couple of years ago, identical apparently. So
shout out to Jack Slater who handled that property. He does a great job. I must say, Jack, if you're watching this show, and you should be, but I love Jack at an auction because he stands with his, not only does he know what he's doing, but he gets involved in the auction spirit. So if Jack's, you be a buyer, I'm Jack, right? Would you like to bid?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to bid.
And Jack goes, you like to bid?
Yeah, I'd like to bid.
10,000! Okay. Scares the living bejeebers out of me.
Tell you what, Jack, I took my blood pressure tablets this morning.
But he really does get involved. I love the way he shouts it out and adds such theatre to the auction.
Well done, Jack. This is a big pump up for Carnegie today, isn't it, Phil? 22 Coringa Road, 4 bidders on that property. Price undisclosed, but that's sort of that low ones. It sort of ran away. Cambrook Road on Sunday, big auction that you did there, sold for 1,510. Do you remember that? 123.
I do.
It's easy as 123.
I know. Wouldn't you just love to be drunk in the city, getting into a cab, saying, I live in Cambrook Road?
What number? 123. 123, mate. Yeah, good on you. Get out. Order an Uber. Phil, Langdon Road, congratulations to the vendors, delightful people.
Love that house. I really love
wonderful
those solid
company.
brick, late 60s, early
great
70s
house,
houses.
well done. Price guide was circa $3 million and sold for around that, undisclosed.
Circa.
But Phil, good weekend, good clearances, and some great offerings coming up. We've got some thumpers coming up this week, Phil. We've got no less than 27 auctions booked.
27 auctions.
How about Saturday, Phil? 15 auctions in 13 suburbs.
15 auctions in 13 suburbs.
When people say we're all over the place, I don't know if it's an insult or it's actually a compliment about our auction prowess, Phil. Shall we run through some of those
Come
auctions?
and have a coffee with us this weekend because we've got lots happening. Let's get into it.
Oh, yeah, Phil, we're not waiting till the weekend. We can't wait. We've got 134 Kelvinside Road in Noble Park, which Graham is auctioning.
633 square metres of land, Gary, with a really good 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. That's a land opportunity. It's a home opportunity. It's a great opportunity for somebody to get into the market.
Our planning wasn't so good for Saturday. We've got 4 auctions at 10:30 and 1 at 11:30.
No,
I'm not
silly,
sure how we organised that. But we have a snap purchase in Armidale, Phil. This apartment in the mid-$200,000 range represents great value.
Gary, it is great value, and how can you go wrong living on Dandenong Road with a tram on your doorstep, high street, everything's there.
Beautifully set back, Phil, with a lock-up garage and a lovely view. Unusual to get a lock-up garage for that sort of money. In fact, usual to get a lock-up garage, but not the apartment with it for that sort of money. Horn Street, Phil, is going to be a popular one. Nicky Janova's had lots of interest in it.
A wonderful 2-storey terrace home, Gary, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, lock-up garage. Walk to the train, walk to the tram, walk to all of the shops.
To the
also
beach.
walk to the beach, I agree.
4 at 370 Orong Road is a wonderful address, great looking property.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 undercover car space, Gary. That's a ripper.
Phil, we are meeting and joining forces at 11:30. I'm looking forward to seeing you at this block of land. Great house, great opportunity. Been in the same family for many years. Beautiful back garden. Phil, tell us a bit about it.
Well, I think you've just said everything, Gary. Yep. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, fabulous floor plan. I reckon somebody can take that from where it is today and turn it into an incredible home. But you really don't need to spend a cent. You can move straight in.
Very cool property on a great block of land. Phil, 12:30. We've got quadruple auction action starting off in Williams Road, Toorak, Phil.
Gary, that's a really good property. That's a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space apartment. And there you can walk to everywhere, including the Toorak Village, the village in Hawkesburn in Malvern Road, and also, of course, easily walk to Chapel Street.
You will be heading from Hawthorn Road to Bamber Road, this time at 2:38. Bamber Road, you'll be meeting Glenn Bricker, and what a great looking property.
Gary, I love that property because you've got a cafe across the road. You've got Princess Park on your doorstep. It's brand new. It's 4 bedrooms, 3.5 gleaming bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, which is hard to find. That is beautiful real estate.
Phil, 12:30, Leo Samuel is heading toward his first auction. This is a wonderful property, 2 at 20 Toward Street, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space in a great address. And I know he's excited about that. And I'm excited, Phil, to be going to Highett. This time meeting Jan Dosen at number 25 James Avenue, Highett.
Beautiful home, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, beautiful timber floorboards, a beautiful renovation. Move straight in, get on with life.
There's not many streets better. In fact, there may not even be a street better than Downshire Road in Elsternwick, Phil. That is a beautiful address. This is a great looking property.
Gary, that is picture postcard perfect, that facade. Yep. I love this house. I've done a video tour there. It is glorious in every way, whether it be internally, whether it be standing in the street looking at the facade, but the magic really happens in the back garden with that incredible swimming pool. That's a home that you buy and stay for a generation or two.
You'll be hopping back, Phil, to East Brighton, where you were earlier on in the day, and this time at Weber Street, East Brighton.
Gary, what a beautiful home. That is a brand new home, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. That's got everything that opens and shuts. I love that house.
You'll be bringing down the curtain there, Phil. That was 7 auctions you scheduled for Saturday, but
yeah,
1 sold.
Gary,
so
7 auctions. Yeah. I'm just getting my stride.
Just getting your groove, aren't you, Phil? Let's go to Sunday now. We've got double auction action on Sunday morning. We're going to be in Octavius Avenue in Caulfield North, a great address, good looking property.
Gary, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, a car space in front, a beautiful courtyard garden, in fact, plural courtyard gardens. That's great real estate because it's really hard to find that sort of thing in Caulfield North, sub $1.5 million.
Graham Callan doing his 3rd auction for the week, this time in Clarence Street in Caulfield South.
Yes, Gary, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, lovely aspect from the balcony. That's a good property.
Phil, I'm meeting you at 11:30 for part of our triple auction action, this time at this terrific a single level villa, 1 of 2 only, a beautiful property in great order, Philip, 2 at 202 Kooyong Road, Caulfield.
Gary, that's fabulous. Single story, 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, driveways on title, and it comes with a bonus, Gary, because should you ever run out of sugar or you need a couple of tea bags, you just go out into your courtyard, you stand on a little box and you look over the fence and you yell at the neighbour behind, because I believe the neighbour behind are a lovely family that you know quite well. So this is great for people that don't shop that often. The neighbour behind can be relied on for schnitzels.
Very wonderful people.
For anything you want. And I won't say any more about the person that owns that house, but they will be great neighbours.
5 at 8 Tatnam Street goes off at 11:30. Phil, Rishi's handling that one, and we are in Caulfield East now. There's a great looking 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1-car space property, Phil, at 11:30. Jeremy Rosen's auctions in Inkerman Road. This time 8 at 575 Inkerman Road.
That's an incredible building, Gary. That's a beautiful Art Deco
Isn't it lovely?
Property. That's a local landmark, that property. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. It's extra large. It's fabulous.
That is a landmark and a great looking property. They don't come up often in that block, Phil, and they don't come up often in Leopold Street. Not as good as this either.
Gary, number 43 Leopold Street, 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, plenty of parking, great land. It's either a land opportunity there, Gary, or it's a fabulous home just waiting to be taken to another level, but very livable from day one.
Daniel Pear's been excited about that one, Philip, as Leo has been about this property on Hawthorne Road. A wonderful opportunity.
Gary, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space, beautiful balcony, great building in a great location.
130 has been absolutely dedicated to one auction, Philip, and a good one too. 6 Newstead Street, Caulfield.
683 square metres of land, Gary, in a great location, Hawthorne Road on your doorstep. That's a fabulous property and looking forward to doing that auction.
Phil, one of the most magnificent properties we've ever had the pleasure of putting to the market is being auctioned this Sunday at 2:30 by yours truly. What an incredible property and incredible opportunity.
Gary, check this house out online. First of all, shout out to James Cantianis from Shoalhaven Homes, because
he knows what he's doing.
He's one of the best developers. He's been doing it for 20 or 30 years. He's a guy that really cares about what he does. This is his own home, Gary, so this wasn't built for spec. This was built for him and his lovely wife Helen and their 2 beautiful children, and reluctantly they're moving on to another project, but it's going to be somebody's lucky day because that house is nothing short of incredible.
I'm looking forward to it, Philip, as I am for the auction after. Another incredible, iconic offering, Phil. I mean, homes like this, once in a lifetime. Craddock Avenue this time.
Well, Gary, this is the most incredible mid-century house. And if you think about that house that's mid-century and your face that's mid-century, this house has stood the test of time. Designed by Ernest Fuchs, full of the most incredible built-in furniture. That house would have to be the most stylish house you're ever likely to see.
Phil, we wrap up Sunday afternoon at 4:30 on a great high in Dover Street. That's number 23 Dover Street, handled by Ben Eisner. It's Ben in Dover Street. Phil, tell us a bit about it.
It is a great property, Gary, and you just can't help yourself. Number 23 Dover Street is the most fabulous home. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking, beautiful timber floors, beautiful renovation. Looking forward to that because I love those opportunities.
Phil, that is a big wrap on our auctions. We've got a property to review in Langdon Road. I know you're excited about this one, an upcoming property. Tell us a bit about it.
Gary, we love Langdon Road. We just can't get enough property in Langdon Road. That is the most incredible single-story home, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, fully renovated throughout. You know, finding a single-story villa in the Golden Mile of Caulfield North is almost impossible, but how lucky are we that we've had 2 this weekend? Well, 1 this weekend in Kooyong Road, and then we've got number 50A Langdon Road coming up for auction on the 18th of September. Looking forward to that, and you should rush to have a look at that house because it is marvellous.
Don't be irresponsible in the way you get there, but go fast. Go at the speed limit, not over it. Phil, that's a big wrap on GPTV, this summary, this spring summary. It's exciting. Spring's good in Melbourne. It's great. It feels good. Feels better.
You get up in the morning, you know, it's lighter, it's brighter. You go for a walk. You go out for a coffee. I love the spring weather. I'm just loving it. I'm sick of winter. I'm done with winter. Goodbye. Good riddance.
Exactly right. We're here to bring you all the GPTV news. We look forward to speaking to you and appearing before you next week on GPTV. And don't forget, we've got our 500 edition coming up very soon. Phil, do you know what number this is?
No, I don't, Gary, but we'll get it out there for you. But ideas at garypeer.com.au.
Yeah.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a marvellous week.
I'm Gary Peer. Good to see you. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.